I'm really excited for the show today, Jake.
Me too. This may be our best one yet. I mean, we play Truth or Dare with Chris from Multimedia Design.
And we show you who's topping the charts this week.
And we show the people at home a video they're probably watching on their phones right now.
And another place to take your sweet date.
Savannah, we're on a date.
Oh yeah, right. Jake, get on out of here.
This is Accidentally Live.
Jake!
Oh, welcome to another episode of Accidentally Live. I'm your host, Jake Marion.
And I'm Savannah Byrne. You know, we have a segment later today on cell phone addiction, Jake, and I think you have one. But for now, back to the show and back to some more hot pop culture in the scope.
Horizon Zero Dawn is an upcoming game exclusively for the PlayStation 4. It centers around a young hunter named Aloy exploring a dangerous world completely overrun by the machines. It is promising to deliver an action role-playing experience in a dynamic open-world environment. The game began development in 2011 and is the most risky project being developed by Guerrilla Games, who are best known for their work on the Killzone series.
Now to the music scene. Ed Sheeran continues to reign in the top spot with Shape of You. On the rock charts, 21 Pilots is holding on to the #1 spot with Heathens.
And on the other side of the globe, the K-pop group Twice is making their comeback on the 20th.
You know, Jake, I went to some interesting places this week for cheap dates.
Oh, really? I heard the weather was certainly interesting.
If by interesting you mean the one day of the week that it was freezing cold, then you'd be right. However, this didn't stop this brave host from finding more cheap dates.
It's time for another episode of Cheap Dates and time for you to mark your calendars because our first great cheap date idea is an up-and-coming event called the Friday Night Art Crawl here in the Brady Arts District. The art crawl happens on the first Friday of every month, and even though the February date for the event has already passed, you can still attend the next one, which takes place March 3rd. And later, when you start to get hungry, you can stop at one of the many food trucks around downtown for a cheap yet tasty meal.
But if you prefer a more romantic feel, you can always head over to the Guthrie Green and enjoy a nice picnic while viewing the beautiful scenery. If you're here late at night, you can gaze up at the night sky. I hear Orion's supposed to be out this time of year. Join us next time when we go to Kaz's Chow House. Alicia isn't here again.
At least she left us a note this time.
I'll be in a classroom today?
That's rather vague. I wonder what class she's in.
I'm in multimedia and design.
And what are you doing there?
Well, I'm getting my pictures taken. Give me a smile. Hold still. Multimedia does a little bit of everything, from photography to web design, to creating videos and helping businesses with their social media. Maybe this will show you a little bit more.
In my program, in the first year you get to do a lot of logo design and photography work, you get to learn Photoshop, and then I'm currently in second year, and in the second year you get to do more web design and social media marketing to learn the application of all our graphic design and video design into social media and onto the web. Just getting to see how it looks in a website or on a Facebook page is really cool. Usually in the first year you'll get your Photoshop certification. The second year you can try for a few different certifications. You can get your Adobe Illustrator or your Adobe InDesign certification. It's actually a really great market to be in. You can be a graphic designer, a social media specialist, a digital designer, you can be a web designer, and those are just some of the many jobs you can be in. And it's a great experience just to learn how to manage your time well and project management, understanding how to present to people, and it's really good because it prepares you for the workplace a lot more than just a book.
Whoa, multimedia design sure sounds like a great class. If my true calling wasn't to be a New York Times best-selling author, I'd certainly join it. However, for those of you who are interested in taking the class, we have Chris Patton on the show today. Chris, thank you for coming on, man.
Yep, it's a pleasure, Jake.
So, I've got to ask, what is multimedia design?
Multimedia design is a class featured around our graphic arts development and our design process when it comes to different types of website and logo design. So we experience everything from photography to website building and crafting.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I heard there was a yoga ball in the class. Has anyone ever tried to pop it?
Well, no, certainly not. But it's rated at only 170 pounds, and we have some bigger fellas in there, so it would take quite a lot to do it. And I don't think anyone's ever been, kind enough to try it out.
Well, I know I'd certainly try my luck at it. But, Chris, what is your favorite thing to do in the class?
My favorite thing to do is to use the development of our photography in our studio right next door. We have plenty of lighting effects and everything like that to change up the entire appearance of a photograph.
Well, that's pretty cool. Now, Chris, as I'm sure you know, each week we have a guest on the show, we play a game with them, and you're in luck because this week it's Truth or Dare. Well, as I'm sure you all know, Truth or Dare needs no introduction. It's been around forever. So, Chris, I'm going to let you go first.
All right, truth or dare?
Truth.
Is it true it takes you more than 45 minutes to do your hair every morning?
Well, that's a pretty good one because, as we all know, it's hotly contested about the world's favorite host, how long it takes him to do his hair in the morning. And I gotta admit, some people have said it takes me 2 hours. Some people have said it takes me a whole morning to get it done. But the truth of the matter is, it only takes me about 2-3 minutes to do this hair.
Quite impressive.
I know. Yep. All right, Chris. Truth or dare?
Truth.
Truth. Is it true that taking pictures of the ground is considered artsy?
Only if there's fall colors involved.
Fall colors like browns, greens, that sort of thing?
Yes, or if you do it in black and white. That's very artsy.
Oh, impressively artsy. Oh, of course. All right, Chris. Lay it on me, pal.
Truth or dare?
Dare.
Dare you to wear your glasses upside down for the rest of the interview.
All right, then. I guess this is what I'll do. I'll just put these upside down. Now I feel like I'm blind again.
Yep.
So, Chris, truth or dare?
Truth.
You want another truth? You want another truth, do you? Do you
Yep.
really want this?
I really want this.
Is it true that you are the best in the world at what you do?
Well, I'm very egotistical, so yes, I am the best multimedia artist in the world.
That is a very large claim to make. I'm very impressed that you think you are the best, and I'm very honored to have the best on the show with us. Chris, give it back to me.
Truth or dare?
Dare.
Dare? I dare you to wear your hair the other way.
I'll do that next show, because we're out of time for today. So, Chris, I gotta say, thank you so much for coming on the show
It's
today,
a pleasure,
man.
Jake.
Oh, always wonderful. So, Savannah, I heard you had an exciting story for us.
Actually, I have some upsetting news for you all about an addiction that's sweeping the nation. Producer Caleb English has a video explaining everyone's addiction: cell phones.
Hey, what's up, dude?
We should all pretend we're talking to each other.
Do you use your phone a lot?
Oh yeah, I use my phone like all the time, every day.
Probably more than I need to.
I use my phone pretty much every day. People use their phones so much because they seem to get really bored in this day and age, and there's always social media, and they can use it to talk to their friends without even being near their friends.
Talking to someone, I think, is more difficult, and you have to think more. I think it's a bittersweet kind of thing, because it's kind of bad because they're constantly being stimulated, and anything that's not stimulating them is boring or not worth their time.
I think when it becomes excessive and that becomes your life, when you're always using that, I think you have to have a well balance between the two.
Back in the day, it was very limited the way you could communicate, and usually you'd have to do it in real life, so you could really enjoy your time more with people. And nowadays, you can just text them whenever, and like if you're hanging out, you're probably still on your phone, just around them.
But I feel like my generation, we're a little awkward with it because we don't really know how to express what we mean and stuff through our speech. I feel like everyone should get a chance to be able to experience how that is because it's much more intimate than talking on, like texting on the phone. And there's more expressions and there's more reactions that the other person can see with someone.
Well, that sure was a great way to bring this week's show to a close.
I know, right? But it's just so unfortunate that that's all the time that we have for the show today.
Be sure to tune in next week, though, because we'll be taking a look at aviation maintenance, and your favorite hosts will even get to swap classes.
Wait, hold on. We are, but what class?
With the wonderful folks over at Aviation Maintenance. It's only working on airplanes. How hard can it be?
Well, anyways, now to end the show, here's Parker with Don't Forget Me from TV One.
See you next week here on
Accidentally Live.
My hair, so I'll sing, baby. I hope you're not gone forever. And baby, I hope you don't find another. Because you're the only one who gets me. So please just don't forget me. No, I know you won't think of me when you're drinking with your friends. And I know you won't think of me while you are kissing him. I promise that I'll think about you every single day. I'll think about you every time that I sit down and play. Baby, I hope you're not gone forever. And baby, I hope you don't find another. Because you're the only one who gets me. So please, oh please just don't forget me.